So exciting. We have now officially have our land back. We have the deed to our land. And you know, back on September 19th, I told you all that we had two key messages at that point. First of all, that we were protected and that the agreement was strong and binding. And I think that the fact that we now have this land back proves to everybody that the agreement that we entered into was a strong one, a binding one, and made smart sense for us to move forward with this. So we're excited. We're so excited that it's finally over. This is the quickest that something like this has gone through a bankruptcy. It only took a few weeks, and I think that proved that our agreement was such a good one that it became evident to Digital Domain and all of the other parties involved that this was a strong agreement and we needed to move forward and bring the land back to us.
Is there anything people at home will be like, well, what did the city have to give up to get this land back?
Well, we did have to agree not to go after them for any kind of settlement, and we would of course have not done that anyway, so we didn't feel like we had to give up that. We'll have to pay taxes on the land, but half of those taxes will come back to us as they come back to the CRA. And that's really what we've had to do. So it really wasn't much, and it was well worth it to get our land back.
What do you see next with this land?
Well, I think the market will tell us. We haven't quite decided exactly what we're going to do, but we're going to be talking to some smart people who understand what to do with the land, and depending on what the market conditions are, we'll decide.
There's been a lot of talk on the news lately about FSU. There's some published reports that they might not be in it to win it here in the city. What do you have to say about FSU and their animation project?
Well, we want them to stay, and we're going to do everything we can to make it possible for them to stay. We think that they are a great asset to our city. They have a world-renowned film program. They are working on digital animation right here in the city, so we want them to stay. Yes. This is Robert Furr. He was our bankruptcy attorney here in West Palm Beach. We also had other bankruptcy attorneys in Delaware, all of whom did a yeoman's job. They just were so amazing to get this done in such a quick time and to have such a successful outcome. So if you'd like to say a few words, we'd
Sure,
have you do that.
I would. I got a call from the city attorney's office about 2 days before Digital Domain filed bankruptcy. They weren't sure if they were going to file bankruptcy here in Palm Beach County or where. We found out 2 days later that the bankruptcy had been filed in Delaware. I took a look at the documents the city had, the deeds, the agreements with Digital Domain, and I thought from looking at those that the city had a very solid case to get the property back. But once you get involved in a bankruptcy, you never know what's going to happen, because the principle of bankruptcy is that all property becomes property of the estate in a bankruptcy. So we were concerned as to whether or not the city would be quickly able to get the property back. With Claudia McKenna's help, we engaged good bankruptcy counsel in Delaware, and you can see that in less than 2 months, the city got its property back. And that's a testament to the good legal work that was done by the city and the city's attorneys the time the deal was done and the property was conveyed to Digital Domain, which enabled us to get it back quickly during the bankruptcy. It's also a testimony to the bankruptcy attorneys in Delaware who did a great job in expediting this for the city. It's a remarkable result to get something back in 60 days in court today in this country.
Could you just say and spell your name? I know you.
Oh yes, Robert Furr, F-U-R-R, the Furr & Co. in Boca Raton.
Thank you.
I'd also like to say that our own legal staff in the city of West Palm Beach, Claudia McKenna and her staff, worked day and night on this, and they did an amazing job. So, thanks to them.
Good.
Anything else?
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right.